I would not interfere in any way, order, or try to stop any investigation the Justice Department had underway. I learned about that last night when the rest of the world learned about it.
Joe Biden, the 46th and current president of the United States, is an American politician. He was a member of the Democratic Party who served as Barack Obama's 47th vice president from 2009 to 2017. From 1973 till 2009, he represented Delaware in the United States Senate. Biden used his Senate experience to represent the administration in negotiations with congressional Republicans during his 8 years as vice president, including on the Budget Control Act of 2011, which resolved the debt ceiling crisis, and the American Taxpayer Relief Act of 2012, which addressed the impending fiscal cliff. In 2009, he supervised infrastructure investment to help the country recover from the Great Recession.
The last administration politicized the Justice Department so badly, so many of them quit. The Justice Department is the people's lawyer, not the president's lawyer.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., but is also known as Joe Biden. He was born November 20th, 1942, Scranton, Pennsylvania, United States, making him 78 at the time of this production. He stands at 182 centimeters or 5 feet 9 inches tall. Working at a public pool in Wilmington, Delaware was one of Joe's favorite jobs. He enjoys baseball and football, and during his senior year, he was one of the top scorers on our undefeated football team. He's a Corvette enthusiast who still owns a 1967 Corvette that his father bought for him as a wedding present. After overcoming her parents' opposition to her marrying a Roman Catholic, Biden married Nelia Hunter, 1942 to 1972, a Syracuse University student, on August 27, 1966, at a Catholic church in Scanatellis, New York. Joseph Bo Biden III, 1969 to 2015, Robert Hunter Biden, born 1970, and Naomi Christina Amy Biden, 1971 to 1972, are their 3 children. Biden's wife, Nelia, and 1-year-old daughter, Naomi, were killed in a car accident while Christmas shopping in Hockessin, Delaware. As she drove away from a crossroads, Nelia's station wagon was struck by a semi-trailer vehicle. Bo, 3 years old, and Hunter, 2 years old, both survived the accident and were brought to the hospital in good condition, with Bo suffering from a fractured leg and other wounds, and Hunter suffering from a slight skull fracture and other brain injuries. Senate Majority Leader Mike Mansfield convinced Biden not to retire in order to care for them. Years later, Biden said that he had heard the truck driver had consumed alcohol before the accident. That allegation was disputed by the driver's family, and the police never followed up on it. Later, Biden expressed regret to the family. He was filled with rage and theological uncertainty as a result of the tragedy. He wrote that he felt God had played a horrible trick on him and he had trouble focusing on work.
People are racist. But I think after 400 years, African Americans have been left in a position where they are so far behind the 8 ball.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. was born to Catherine Eugenia Jean Biden and Joseph Robinette Biden Sr. at St. Mary Hospital in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He has a sister, Valerie, and 2 brothers, Francis and James, and is the eldest child of a Catholic family. Joseph Sr. had English, French, and Irish heritage, while Jean was of Irish origin. Biden's father used to be rich, but he fell into financial difficulties around the time Biden was born, and the family ended up living with Biden's maternal grandparents for many years. During the 1950s, Scranton's economy declined, and Biden's father struggled to find stable employment. Before relocating to a home in Wilmington, Delaware, the family resided in an apartment in Claymont, Delaware. Later in life, Biden Sr. became a successful used car dealer, allowing the family to live comfortably in the middle class. In 1969, Biden worked as a public attorney before joining a company run by a local Democrat who nominated him to the Democratic Forum, a group attempting to reform and reinvigorate the state party. Biden then re-registered as a Democrat. In addition, he and another attorney established a legal company. Corporate law, on the other hand, did not spark his interest, and criminal law did not pay well. He made extra money by managing houses. Biden campaigned for the New Castle County Council's 4th District seat in 1970 on a leftist platform that included support for public housing in the suburbs. Following a redrawing of council boundaries, the seat had been held by Republican Henry R. Folsom, who was running in the 5th District. Biden defeated Republican Lawrence T. Messick in the general election and entered office on January 5, 1971. He was replaced by Democrat Francis R. Swift, who served until January 1, 1973. Biden opposed major highway projects that he said would disturb Wilmington communities during his tenure on the city council. In November 2020, Biden was elected as the 46th President of the United States. He defeated incumbent Donald Trump, becoming the first candidate since Bill Clinton defeated George H.W. Bush in 1992 to defeat a sitting president. On November 23rd, General Services Administrator Emily W. Murphy formally recognized Biden as the clear victory of the 2020 presidential election and ordered the commencement of the Biden administration transition process.
They're in jeopardy making that 1,000-mile trek. And so what we're doing now is we're going back to those countries in question where most of it's coming from and saying, look.
According to Forbes, Biden received a salary increase when he was elected vice president. During his 8 years in the White House, he earned about $225,000 each year. Jill obtained a new job teaching at Northern Virginia Community College, which earned her an average of $83,000 per year and was closer to D.C. According to their tax returns, the Bidens started receiving actual money from Social Security, as well as pensions and annuities in 2009. Between 2009 and 2019, the couple received approximately $385,000 in Social Security payments. During the same time period, they received roughly $890,000 in pensions and annuities. Before 2009, Biden, who was 66 at the time, had only received approximately $6,500 in Social Security benefits. Joe Biden's net worth is $8 million. According to Realtor.com, Biden has been fascinated with real estate since high school, which has frequently put him in financial jeopardy. So when Biden moved into America's most famous house, he left behind a series of other houses he's lived with his family, 2 in Delaware, a McLean, Virginia rental, and his former official residence at the U.S. Naval Observatory while he was Vice President of the United States. The Bidens paid $2.74 million for their 4,800-square-foot vacation house in Williamsburg, Delaware in 2017. There are 6 bedrooms and 5.5 bathrooms in this home. During President-elect Joe Biden's time as vice president under President Barack Obama from 2008 to 2016, the Bidens resided in a 9,150-square-foot house on the grounds of the Naval Observatory, the official residence of the vice president. The 6-bedroom home at 1 Observatory Circle was constructed in 1893. The Bidens leased this 5-bedroom, 7-bathroom house in McLean, Virginia for an estimated $20,000 per month in 2017. The cars you will find in Biden's garage include a 1951 Studebaker Champion, (1952) Plymouth Cranbrook convertible, (1967) Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, and the Beast Cadillac Limousine. Following his election victory, Biden appears to have received a Rolex Datejust as a present. On the other hand, the all-steel 41mm Datejust with a clean bezel and Biden's Jubilee bracelet keeps the new president grounded.